Hey everybody, it's Pastor LaDonna, international author and personal development coach, CEO of nonprofit Planting Positive Seeds, and also business consultant. And I am thankful to be, before you today. I wanted to just come and give a quick word of, what I've experienced over the last couple of days. And I want to say on Friday, I felt like a weeping in my spirit. And, immediately I began to ask the Lord, saying like, what is it? What are you trying to say? And I just stopped for a moment and began to just go into prayer and, going into worship because I wanted to, just seize the opportunity to pray for the moment. And as I began to go forth in prayer, I asked for the Lord to, my desire for him to interpret like what was going on so that I could know. And as I began to pray, the verse for me, Isaiah 43:19, came out. And, that's the verse about, behold, I'm doing a new thing. And, shall you not perceive it? And, that new thing verse. But what captured me was the end part of it. It's like, I will make a way in the wilderness. I will, bring rivers in the desert. And I felt like that was such a word of confirmation for those to continue to walk by faith and not by sight. To know that God is going to make a way. To know that he can make a way in your wilderness season. Like he's going to do it. To look for the new thing. To look for the God thing. To focus your heart and your mind on he hasn't forgotten about you. And that wherever you are, he can make an all-powerful God, an all-sovereign God. He can make a way in the wilderness. And, whatever your wilderness is, if you're, going through a grief moment, if you've been laid off, or if there's sickness all around, or if you're having anxiety or depression, or you're battling some things right now, you have to trust and know that God can make a way in your wilderness. But you have to give it over to him. You have to focus your mind on him. You have to remember those verses that says, cast your cares on him because he cares. You have to also remember that faith without works is dead, and that we don't get trapped in a moment, but we begin to release those things and we give it to God that is all powerful. He's all sufficient. He's omnipresent. He is wherever we are. And so we're not too far, beyond his reach. And so that verse, even if it was for me, I prayed, I cried out, I gave him his time because I knew that it was a moment, that he stopped me in the middle of my day. And, and I just began to pray because I know, and I began to loose prayers for the atmosphere, the community, for the nations, and for people that feel, saying like it's not happening fast enough, or, if you still got to wait. And we have to be patient. I'm one of those ones that the Lord taught me how to be patient and how to wait on his timing, because anything that we do out of alignment with God is going to be of self. And if we want it to be done and in the manner in which he can do it, in a mega way, in a way that represents Kairos time. And we were just talking about the Kairos timing in Evangelism Coalition about 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about it. But the difference between Chronos time, the chronological time, and Kairos time, like a God moment, time and moment, an appointed time, an ordained time that is not going to happen before he appoints it to happen. And as a woman of God, and as, children and believers and servants of God, we have to get on his time scale, not ours. We have to be able to see things, to trust that he's going to do it, to trust the process, and to continue to believe like never before. Like this is a time the verse that says, there's a verse that says, it happens according to your belief. What do you believe? And I often believe God for the smallest thing, for the smallest random act of kindness, and to the big things that happen in my life. I set my heart on believing him. And so if you leave here today, Isaiah 43:19 was a scripture that in this time period when God had me to look at it, because I know probably in about 2018, I heard that scripture and I did like a video about it, about the new thing that he was doing. But I heard it said by someone else that the new thing is the now thing. So it's something that is what's going on in the now moment. Like what's happening in your now, what's happening today, what's happening in the same hour, what's happening in the next minute, in this minute. Like not only always looking and projecting for what's going to come, but what's happening now. We have to be appreciative and thankful for the things that we are doing now, even as small as they may seem. I'm thankful to God that he will and can and have made a way in the times of our wilderness. And so as you begin to go out through your day, as you begin to set your mind on things above, as you begin to cast your cares on the Lord, know that he can do it. Trust that he will, and trust that in his timing, that it shall come to pass. But while you're in that, while you're waiting on it to come to pass, we still have to raise the level of our understanding. We still have to increase our faith, and we still have to begin to pour into ourselves so that we will no longer be bringing the old thing into the new thing, because you won't be able to receive the new if you're still with the mindset of the old. And so I hope that you're having a great and amazing day. I had to record this message because there's so much going on, and I really wanted to get it out. I've been trying to get it out since Friday, and so I really wanted to make sure that you get a chance to get it. Peace and blessings, everybody. This is LaDonna Marie, Pastor LaDonna Marie. You can go on my page, www.ladonnamarie.org, and see all of the amazing things that God has going on through my life as a vessel, as a servant of God, and as also a believer. Thank you, everybody. Have a great one.